Okay, so you want to just start by telling me your name?
Okay, my name is Maurice Tremblay,
Okay.
Mo Tremblay,
And how long have you lived in Pepperell?
since 1975, so almost 50 years.
And what brought you to Pepperell?
Mm, it was it was more like Chelmsford, which is where I grew up. Chelmsford was a nice small town, but during the 60s and 70s, it increased in population, and so when we were getting married, we came out this way and looked around, and it was nice and quiet and reminiscent of the old days. So yeah, that's what brought me.
So when you say the old days, can you describe that a little more on what you mean?
Well, just that when I was growing up in a smaller town, uh, just things are more personal. You knew your neighbors more. Um, Certainly weren't stoplights or anything, and just I guess less populated and just more rural.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I liked about it.
So what do you love most about living in Pepperell?
Um, well, the small town feel and the small town people. It's it's just seems more personal.
Mm-hmm.
Get to know your neighbors more, and um, it's not crazy crowded. That's what I like.
So how can you expand a little bit more about small town feel? What you think of when you're thinking about that term?
Um, Smaller roads. It's less. It's easier to get around. Um, you get to know the people in the stores that are local stores, and it's easy to become friends with more people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I like.
Um, and Marilyn wanted me to ask about the schools. So can you tell me a little bit about what you do with the schools and
Yeah, we do. Well, we do the pen pal program where the seniors from the senior center um, become pen pals to different. I guess third grade, I think it is. Um, so it's good for them and it's good for us. It makes a connection between older folks and younger folks. Probably helps them not be so scared of us. Um,
when did that program start?
I'm not sure when it started, but we've been doing it for 4 or 5 years now. Um, so we write probably 3 or 4 letters back and forth throughout the year, and then in the spring we get together with them, and it's amazing how excited they get about doing something like that.
Mm-hmm. The kids or the adults?
The kids and the adults, but I'm surprised that the kids are that excited about doing something with adults. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it's very rewarding. And then a few years ago, we started on the program where we go in and read a book to one of the classes. So that's been fun. It's they're so attentive. Like first grade is what I have, and they're sitting on their carpet and they're riveted to
Mm-hmm.
to the story, and they ask questions. They're pretty engaging, and uh, yeah, it just feels good to do it, to be a part of their education.
Do you have a favorite memory that you could share on one of those experiences?
Um, with the pen pals, a year or two ago, I was with a young fella, and he told me that I reminded him, or I was like a grandfather that he didn't have. So uh, that made it pretty special, and we even continue to write after the program ended, and I have at some school events that we had gone to. He was uh, he was there, and he would come up to me and be very happy to see me. Uh, and he was in a play here last fall, and when it was over, we got together, and he was just very excited to see me, and I was excited to see him, because it's almost like another grandson. Uh, so you never know where these kids are coming from. So it's a chance to make a good positive influence
Mm-hmm.
on them.
You have a lot of volunteers for that program?
Yeah, there's probably 12 or 15, I would think. Yeah, or the reading. There's a lot for both programs. There's a lot pretty good a turnout.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's a really sweet story.
Yeah.
I'm sure you make a difference in a lot of kids' lives.
Well, I
They
hope to
remember
make a
it.
little bit of difference. Even would be good. Yes. Oh yeah.
Right. Both ways they remember
Hmm.
that someone cares.
Yep. Yep.
Is there anything in Pepperell that you would change? Even a small change? If you're driving through and you think, wow, I wish Pepperell had this.
Um, Not really. I even like the new Rotary.
Thank you.
uh, I'm pretty content with the way things are actually.
Mhm.
So
No new restaurants, no.
um, I'm surprised there aren't more, but um, we're not far from any place that you can go to Nashua and get anything, but I kind of like it the way it is here actually. Yeah.
Can you give more detail on what you like about the community? I know we talked a little bit about it before, but you can
Um,
give more detail. Like when you think of Pepperell, or how I sometimes I pose the question is, if someone was interested in moving to Pepperell, what would you tell them about the community?
um, what would I tell them? Well, I think for the most part, the folks in charge of in the government part uh, do care about the people. Uh, they maintain their roads and things well. Um, Police force is great. Fire department's great. Always good response time. Um, I think the schools are good too. Certainly plenty of opportunity. There's a lot of work that a person could do locally. Um, Places like this thrift shop certainly benefit everybody. Um, Again, it's just that small town feel. So I don't I don't need a lot from the town, but I get everything I do need.
Do
So
you think Pepperell has changed a lot since 1975 when you moved to town?
um, I don't really think it's changed a lot. No, I don't. It still feels the same to me, really. There's certainly been changes downtown and things, but For the most part, I still feel the same way about it. I don't think we haven't gone over that line of being too urban or overcrowded. It still has plenty of farms and space, and um, yeah, it still feels like home.
I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah. Um, I had another question and now it's exited my brain. Um, Audrey, do you have any questions?
Want to ask Marilyn if you didn't already?
No. So,
Mo, what would you like to see for the future of Pepro, either in the near future or something for future generations?
Oh, gee. Hmm. Maybe a new senior center. That would be good. I suppose more housing for affordable housing, because that is such a big issue nowadays, is having a place you can live. Uh, I'm not sure what that answer to that is, but uh, some 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 sort of housing, or in at least in thinking that way about providing housing for people who are struggling to find housing.
mhm.
Um, yeah, and continue to take care of the of public services and things, providing enough funding for police and fire, because uh, those things are pretty important. In your time of need, they're very important. Uh, so,
And we do have the best.
yeah.